Making smooth chord changes is one of the most important skills you need as a guitar player. I'm going to share with you my favourite practice method for working on difficult chord changes. Hey, for those of you first coming across my channel, my name's Andy and I like to share guitar practice techniques mainly focused around jazz and blues. Now today's topic's a really important thing. Chord changes. Now when you first start guitar, this becomes the big thing that dominates your practice. You're working on things like changing between G and C, D, all the basic open chords. But as you move on to becoming a sort of intermediate or more advanced guitar player, this problem still presents itself sometimes when you get a difficult chord change that is hard to get under your fingers. Now, there's lots of different ways you can approach changing chords, but this is my #1 favourite way to work on it. For this practice method, you just need a metronome. You can go with an old school physical metronome. If you are going to use a digital one, then I recommend One Chord Tempo. This isn't a sponsored ad or anything, it's just one I recommend to people, my students. It's called Tempo, it's on Apple and Android. There's a free version, it's very visual with the dots across the screen, and great for playing jazz because you can turn off certain beats. So if I just want it on 2 and 4, I can black out 1 and 3 and it will just do it on 2 and 4. It's got all different time signatures on, so check that out if you're in need of a decent digital metronome. So let's say I've got 2 chords that I'm struggling to change between. I'm going to pick C major 7 and then this chord here, which is an inversion of F major 7, and it's quite fiddly to get into because it spans 4 frets. Now what we do is we stick the metronome on at a comfortable speed, say between 60 and 80, and we're going to have 1 bar for each chord, so a bar of C major 7 and then a bar of the second chord. So if you've got 2 chords you're trying to change between, that's what you're going to do, 1 bar of each. But we're just going to play on beat 1 to start with, so we're going to go like this, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's going on here is we're only playing on beat 1. Beats 2, 3 and 4 are for you to make that difficult change. Once you can do that consistently, comfortably, without error, then you're going to play on beats 1 and 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then move. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, move, and so forth. And you can guess where it's going to go next. We're now going to try playing on beats 1, 2 and 3. So like this, 2, 3, 4. So we've only got 1 beat to move, beat 4. Then obviously finally, once you can do that consistently, move to playing on each beat, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put together, you work it up like this, 2, 3, 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a very simple method, but I favour it over other ways, and the reason why is because it focuses on something which is what you need to be able to do, which is get to a chord by a specific point in time. The metronome gives you that focus, and that gradually increasing how many beats you're playing just gives you that little bit less time, and gradually you're working your way to being able to do a smooth chord change. Now if you're finding it difficult, always drop down the speed. You can get to a point where a metronome's too slow and it's too tricky, but you could give yourself longer than 4 beats. You could give yourself 2 bars to change chords if you wish, if it was a very tricky change. There's a lot that goes into a smooth chord change. There's the way that you know, when I was changing between those two, I was really forming the chord as I move up the neck rather than getting to the area and trying to find it. There's tons of things I could talk about, but this is just one I wanted to share. And let me know what you think of this practice method, whether you've ever done it before yourself. If it's new to you, give it a go and let me know what you think. It's something I've used with my students of all abilities, and I've always found it's made a big difference, especially with beginners. I mean, I've been playing guitar for 23 years, and you still sometimes come across a chord change which is a bit like, oh, that's difficult. And this method is always something I come back to. So give it a go next time you're presented with a difficult chord change, and just remember it's all about gradually, slowly working up to a smooth chord change. Well, that brings today's video to a close. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and checking out my content. If you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing by clicking up here, or if you'd like to check out another of my videos, do so by clicking up here. See you again soon.